why it's difficult to focus, and how to change it. Being able to focus is practically a superpower in today's environment. Rarely do you come across someone who can focus on a single task for hours on end. And it comes as no surprise that those who can concentrate do so much more than others. Hello there! This is the Financial Fortune, and in this video, we will tell you what's preventing you from focusing today and what you can do to change it. Please don't forget to leave a like, click subscribe if you haven't already, and hit the notification bell to be notified whenever we release new videos. Alright, let's begin. There are two different kinds of focus: scattered focus and directed focus. Scattered focus is dispersed focus. This person is a classic multitasker who tries to perform several things at once: cleaning the house, making phone calls, and preparing meals. Or someone who struggles to concentrate on one thing while thinking about another thing all the time. Most people act in this way. They divert their focus between numerous different things. Because your brain is so terrible at switching between numerous things at once, this type of focus is problematic. You see, switching from one work to another does not happen instantly. Instead, your working memory must be loaded with the context of whatever you are doing. Your brain must repeatedly load and reload context when your attention is continuously being switched from one thing to another. In essence, you waste a lot of mental energy switching back and forth and become fatigued without accomplishing much. On the other hand, we have directed focus. You accomplish it by focusing all of your attention on one action and disregarding everything else. You should aspire to accomplish this, and top achievers focus in this way. They focus like a laser beam on one subject at a time, and they give the task their full attention while ignoring all other impulses. What then can you do to prevent a scattered focus? It's easy. You should try to eliminate all distractions and stay away from anything that can interfere with your ability to focus. Consider it from this angle. Let's imagine you always have access to 5 units of focus. Therefore, you are free to use those 5 units however you see fit. You could, for instance, use them all for studying and achieve directed focus there. Now imagine that while you are studying, your mother walks into your room and informs you that supper will be ready in 45 minutes. Your focus is now split, even if you were incredibly focused and even if the interaction only lasted a few seconds. Your thoughts will now turn to dinner, and you won't be as focused as you were earlier. That dinner consumed one of the focus units, detracting from your study time. You'll wind up wasting mental energy in the process because it will take some time before you can fully regain your focus. But you're probably always dragging an equally distracting mother around with you. Your phone, the largest anti-focus machine. When you receive a new notification, it makes a sound and rings or vibrates. All it takes is that one beep to get your attention away from what you were supposed to be focusing on. However, even if your phone is in silent mode, you'll still likely to glance at it briefly anytime you're bored. Therefore, dividing your focus. Naturally, this does not imply that you should get rid of your phone or do anything like that. Instead, I'm just proposing that you put everything you want to focus on somewhere you know it won't distract you from it and won't be able to see it. However, there are other distractions besides smartphones that might divert your attention. Anything is capable of doing that, but your phone is most likely the main culprit. The idea is to become conscious of potential distractions and steer clear of them. Your physiology may also be interfering with your capacity to concentrate. This is something that is rarely thought about. However, you must look after your body if you want your intellect to work at its best. Your ability to concentrate will suffer if you sleep for fewer than 7 hours each night. In contrast, receiving 7 to 9 hours of sleep has been linked to a stronger ability to concentrate during the day. Exercise is another everyday activity that is recommended. Your capacity to concentrate on challenging tasks increases as a result of the production of neurotransmitters including dopamine, norepinephrine, serotonin, and others. Exercise doesn't necessarily entail running a marathon, just taking a quick stroll around the block will do. If it's a walk outdoors, that's a bonus. Also crucial is proper hydration. You may have observed that you find it difficult to think clearly when you first get up in the morning. You're somewhat dehydrated as a result of not drinking anything for more than 8 hours. Another important factor in your performance is your diet. You're harming your brain if you indulge and stuff your face with junk food or drink soda. Sugar-rich food cause brain fog and make it difficult to concentrate. You might try to explore some better options. Therefore, be careful to look after your body if you wish to concentrate more easily. Let's now examine how to improve your focus. It is important to remember that focus is a skill. In fact, you can practice focusing just like you would for a sport. You get better at something the more you do it. You might only be able to concentrate for the first 10 minutes. However, if you do that repeatedly, your ability to focus will improve and you'll be able to do it for longer periods of time. It's okay if you can focus for several hours right now. Over time, you can hone your directed focus. The greatest method to improve your ability to concentrate is to designate a time of the day when you give all of your attention to a single task. Basically, you want to establish consistent habits of concentration. Many of us hold off on trying to focus until the right time comes along when everything is just right, we are motivated, and the stars are in the right place. But that's the incorrect strategy. It is far preferable to set aside a specific period of time during the day to sit down and focus solely on one activity for as long as you can. Then, you should preserve that window of time. Early in the morning, around an hour after waking up, is the greatest period of concentration. Usually, at such time, your mind is not yet preoccupied with other things that need your attention and you are completely awake. Additionally, you usually have no distractions and all of your attention units are prepared to be dispersed at that moment. Many famous painters, writers, and philosophers have used this time of the day in the past. What about the afternoon though? You see, if your day has been busy, your focus has likely already been diverted to a number of different places. Furthermore, your brain is highly stimulated. The ability to concentrate is therefore considerably easier in the morning. After all, your brain has been sleeping for 8 hours. As a result, it will be difficult for you to focus if you decide to transition to a cognitively demanding task like studying in the middle of a distracted day. Your thoughts will be elsewhere at this point. Therefore, such efforts will typically fall short. But this does not imply that it is difficult to concentrate late in the day. All you have to do is to calm down your head. You achieve it by taking a well-deserved rest. You know, it's quite difficult to focus on something for an extended period of time without being mentally exhausted. And it makes no difference if the focus is scattered or directed. They both are draining. Because of this, you occasionally need to stop and let your mind rest. However, most people make mistakes here. You know, taking a break doesn't necessarily mean getting out your phone and browsing Instagram or watching YouTube. Speaking of YouTube, don't forget to subscribe to our channel if you haven't already. We really appreciate it if you do. Alright, let's continue. Your mental energy is no longer being replenished because you are still cognitively active and stimulating your brain. Instead, you ought to take a stroll, practice meditation, or perhaps even rest. Because they're less stimulating, these hobbies let you unplug and begin replenishing your brain energy. You should allow yourself to be bored to give your brain some breathing room even though it might sound boring. But switching from scattered to directed focus doesn't always require taking a mental break. It's also highly helpful when you want to improve your capacity for sustained intense focus. And that ends our video. You might want to check out this video on how to focus in your goals or this playlist we made about productivity. Of course, don't forget to like, comment, and share this video. This is the Financial Fortune, and thank you for watching.